Well, welcome to a fantastic Saturday, y'all. We are Kingdom Life Levelers, yo. So, today on this, we're going to be testing some footage and whatnot, and just giving you guys some details about what's coming up. So, me and my video editor, James, we are going to start doing live streaming very soon. We are working at the scheduling, so if you have game requests, please let us know, and we'll do our best to accommodate that. So what we plan to do is RPGs, and then switch it out every other week with a new game just to keep things fresh and keep you and the audience engaged. So we are doing this to help engage the community, but also just to show part of like what we do as Kingdom Life Levelers. We want to be leveling up your lives and our lives at the same time, and that's part of the whole company strategy, and that's part of what we want to do as an organization. So the first game we're deciding on is probably going to be a Final Fantasy game. We haven't decided yet, but that's what we're going to start doing. So it's probably going to be the second and fourth Friday or the first and third Saturday. So we'll be posting those details soon about when we're going to be streaming that. So it could be on PS4, it could be on Switch. So we're looking at different experiments for that. And then utilizing YouTube as a way of engaging with you guys with live chat and other features like that that you are known to probably see throughout the internet on YouTube and other live streamers. So we're really excited about doing that just to engage the audience and just have some fun alongside of it and try to engage with community events. So one of the things we would like to do moving forward is also have community events and things where you, the audience, and you, the followers of Kingdom Life Levelers, can be engaged in that and participate in the growth of the company and just be a part of the journey that we're on in this. So we look forward to having you as part of this venture moving forward. And like I said, if you have a great game request for us, please submit them. And if you want to donate to our cause, please send me a message or James Grimer on Facebook about that. Or you can email us at kingdomlifelevelers@gmail.com, because we need finances to help fund this venture. So if you really want to be a part of this, let us know, because we definitely could use the support. But if you can't give financially, then maybe just send us a good word, send prayers, send encouragement. Anything that you can do, we appreciate it nonetheless. So that's our Saturday update for you guys of what we have coming in the pipeline. So we are going to start filming the courses very soon and different content that we've been aggregating and looking at putting out. I've mentioned a finance course that I'm going to be starting, and James has mentioned some stuff with video editing and Photoshop, some of the skills that he has. But we also want your suggestions as well too about what are you looking for? What do you want to learn? What skill are you trying to enhance? And we will try to create courses that are both efficient but also affordable. We want this to be something that you can enjoy, but also make it very cost efficient as well too. So that's our update for Saturday. Rock on. Oh, all right. Welcome, y'all. We're on James's couch, man. How exciting is that? So as we mentioned in the last video streaming is coming soon, one of the things that we're going to be working on. So exciting stuff, man. Exciting stuff, isn't it, James?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. So tell us, James, what kind of games are you looking to play, actually? What are you looking at
I'm
playing?
interested in RPGs, story-driven games like that, maybe something in the Yakuza milieu as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Open world type of game, and maybe a platform or something fun like that, or a party game would be great too.
Yeah, those are definitely some fun games. Like I was mentioning, some of the Final Fantasy stuff looked good. Yakuza or Yakuza, or Ryu Yakugoken, as they say in Japanese and stuff. So there's a lot of different titles that I'm excited to kind of tackle in part of our live stream and engaging our audience. Have you thought of any specific RPGs that you'd like to tackle?
Final Fantasy, maybe Dark Cloud. I have that PS2, but I haven't touched it yet.
Dark Cloud is a really popular game as well too. Like, that's actually one of my favorite RPGs from the PS2. Especially the second one. The second one improved so much over the first one that if you go into the second one, it'd actually be really hard for you to go back to the first one for sure.
Okay.
It's actually, it's a really classic RPG from level 5. Actually, in a lot of ways, that's how they got their roots, really, in a lot of ways for me. Is like, because I hadn't really heard of level 5 all that much, but once I played Dark Cloud, kind of put them on the map. And from what I understand, I could be wrong, I'd have to do a wiki check or a Google check, but I think that was their first franchise from level 5. They might have had some other games before, but I hadn't really heard of anything. But now level 5 is pretty prominent on the, I believe it was the DS and 3DS, and they put out some stuff on the more current consoles here and there. Like, I believe they had on PS3 White Knight Chronicles, which I believe was a pretty popular game. I didn't really play that one too much, but I heard good things about it nonetheless. But yeah, I'm hoping for Dark Cloud 3 someday. That'd be a great game to see. But what games are you looking forward to, James, at this year's E3 or anything in general? Like, what are you thinking about for the upcoming titles?
I mean, the new Spider-Man game I think looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, the new Spider-Man game looks sick.
I don't know, Last of Us 2 if that's going to be there, I would imagine. I'm trying to remember what else I had seen on Mr. Grind's gaming channel, because I know he talked about it a bit. But I know those two for sure I'm interested in. I think there was Red Dead Redemption 2 maybe, if that's going to be there, if it's coming out before then.
I imagine it's going to be there because I believe it's coming out either in October or November. I want to say it's October is the release date for that because they just announced it recently in a brand new trailer and a press release. So I would be surprised if that wouldn't be there because that's their perfect opportunity to market that game. And granted, people are going to buy it. It's a Rockstar game, and that game sold really well. And not just that, but it had a great Wild West story. I mean, I personally loved the first Red Dead Redemption. I put in a good amount of time with the hours and stuff, and I even did a bunch of the side quests. And Rockstar usually, when they put out a game, they just deliver really well. I mean, whether it's the Grand Theft Auto series, Red Dead Redemption series, or even L.A. Noire. I was a huge fan of L.A. Noire. I thought that was an incredible game set in the 1920s, 30s in L.A. and stuff, and the whole mafia story. It was a fantastic game. So I recommend you gamers out there and people who have not played L.A. Noire, play that game. It just was released on the Switch in a deluxe version with all the DLC. So if you haven't gotten around to playing that, highly recommend that game. It's a very underrated, in some ways, classic. It did sell really well, but I feel like it's one of those hidden gems, kind of like a Beautiful Joe kind of thing, where unless you're really into gaming, you might have missed it or kind of flew under the radar because maybe it wasn't marketed well or things like that. Because, sometimes companies like Sega or Capcom, they don't always market their games as well as they should, or games that are probably better than what the team is focusing their efforts on. Because, a lot of times these big AAA companies we know, like Capcom and stuff, they promote their big hitters like Street Fighter because, of course, those sell, but sometimes they forget to market some of their more unknown titles, I guess I should say, or new franchises they're trying to start up. But, I mean, that's a whole discussion in and of itself. But, yeah, as far as what I'm looking forward to at E3, I'm hoping for some updates on Shenmue 3 because that's been in Kickstarter stage for a long, long time, and I've been getting little updates here and there, but I know that I just heard that Shenmue 1 and 2 are getting re-released on the Xbox One, PC, and PS4, which I'm stoked about that they're re-releasing that. I was super excited to hear that. I was actually surprised because I was on the internet, and I was like, wait, these are coming out? Like, I was like, where was I, or how did I miss this? It literally took me by surprise, and it's just nice that fans are going to get a chance who never owned a Dreamcast or the original Xbox for the second one because, as we know, Shenmue 2 only came out on the Xbox. It came out on the Dreamcast in Japan, but obviously the Dreamcast's fate was ill-sealed at that point. And, at that point, the franchise, kind of like Sega, went through a lot of turmoil during that period. So, but I'm really excited they're re-releasing those. I think that's supposed to come out by the end of the year, I think. I don't remember seeing an official release date, but I would imagine it would probably go hand in hand with when Shenmue 3 eventually does come out on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. But I'm hoping for some updates on that. On the Nintendo side of things, I'm hoping for info on this new Smash Brothers. I don't know if it's going to be just a port of the one on the Wii U with some extra features like what they did with Mario Kart 8 Switch. I mean, that's highly likely, but people are going to buy it, right? I mean, I'll play it and things like that. But I would be, if it's a brand new game, I'd be very shocked. I think Nintendo's probably just going to go the one route like they did with Mario Kart 8 and just port it and then add a few new features and then slap a new coat of paint on it and call it a day. I mean, because it's just easy for them to do. I mean, but hey, they could surprise us, right? I mean, this is Nintendo. They don't always have the most... They're very predictable and not predictable. They have a very interesting ecosystem because a lot of times they are predictable, but then a lot of times they aren't. I mean, even going back to the Revolution, the Nintendo Wii, I mean, that just was a game changer back during the last gen cycle. So there's that from Nintendo. Sony... I'm hoping for a couple new AAA games. That would be really cool to see what they have in the pipeline. I mean, obviously you mentioned Last of Us 2. That'll more than likely have at least a teaser or some kind of info there, for sure. God of War just came out, which I just started, which I'm having a fantastic time with that. That's been a really interesting departure because it's going away from the Greek mythology into the Norse mythology. And so I'm only a few hours into it so far, but I really like what I've played so far. It definitely is what people are saying as far as the reviews and stuff go. So... But going back to E3, I'm kind of just curious what Sony will show. I mean, Sony usually has good E3s. The last several years, they've always just killed it.
It seems like they're going for more quality than quantity, though.
I agree. They're definitely going for more quality over quantity for sure. And they are... I think that's a good approach, though, because they, at this point, have the console audience there. So they just are delivering the high level of content. And one thing I like that Sony does as a company really well is they ask the gamers, what do you want? I remember they had that campaign, I think it was, what, a year or two ago, about asking on Twitter and on the internet, like, what games do you want? It was like the, what was it, the Gamer Wishlist Rebuilder. I forgot what the hashtags were, but they had some big campaign about asking the gamer audience, what games do you want? And I remember Yakuza 5 was one of those, and it got released here in the States on the PS3 digital store. And that was a really cool thing that Sony did, because Sony, I feel like, is very connected with the gamers. So, that's what I'm looking forward to at E3 from Sony. Microsoft, not really a whole much. I just kind of gave up on Microsoft a while ago. Like, I love Microsoft, but I wish they could do better. But anyway, any last thoughts, James, you want to say on E3?
No, I'm good, man.
Awesome. Well, this is Kingdom Life Levelers. We're glad you guys are coming on the journey with us, and we look forward to giving you more updates in the near future on the courses and stuff. Take care.